Hey, this is Mark from Mobile Diesel. I am working on this Bobcat here. This is a stick cylinder. I call it a stick cylinder. It's the stick down here. This is the boom. This is the bucket. And this guy operates the stick. It's leaking like hell. So I'm going to pull this guy apart. Got some bad seals going on here, but I'm going to replace the gland nut seals as well. But essentially, it's pretty straightforward. What I have to tell my customers is when I do an infield rebuild, I don't guarantee it, but I've never had one go bad. So they always say yes, and it always works. You got to be super careful about rebuilding this guy and destroying the rubber when you got to get it through the threads there. There's a little trick there with a piece of actual tin foil. Not tin foil, like aluminum foil, or you could spin them in slowly and it'll thread in. That's another way to do it. But the main thing is you got to have a set of spanner wrenches depending on what type of cap you have, and they fit in like so. And then there's another nut down below there, and they connect with the 1/2-inch wrench. And I usually got to start them with a air impact to get them freed up just a little bit before I switch to the spanner wrench. A lot of times I'll break the nipple. Anyways, we're going to go at it and see what happens. I may actually get a helper to film, but yeah, I just pulled the rod out right now. Had to have an oil pan. I don't know if you could see how much of a mess it made. It's not too clean of a job. And we went inside the cylinder there with a light. Everything's not scarred. So we're gonna put this guy on the vise, get this nut up, blow it off, and pull all the seals off next. All right, so this is a 1-inch impact gun, super powerful. If I can't get the rod off with this, some of the John Deeres are tougher. They're into the 1,000 foot-pounds plus torque, then I will switch to a torque multiplier. But let's see how it goes. All right, so the beast wouldn't budge. We had a lot of force on this thing. So this is called a torque multiplier. It's basically a miniature transmission. It'll produce about 4,000 foot-pounds. Hopefully that'll be enough. All right, so we've got the rod anchored in the vise, and I'm about to weld the chain to anchor the torque multiplier, so when the stick puts force on the workbench, it won't lift it up. So I'll weld this up and then we'll see if this works. All right, it's all welded up. Let's see how it goes here. Might need to use a longer wrench because I don't want this thing blowing up in my face. And she's moving. Nothing too dramatic. Okay, everything was pretty straightforward. Changing the seals and the gland nut. I guess one thing I probably want to mention is this guy here. It's got a spring backer inside. That's always got to go towards the pressure side. But otherwise, everything was pretty straightforward. Sometimes these guys use what's called a backer ring so the seal doesn't creep in between the gland and the cylinder wall. But this design didn't come with a backer on this guy here. These two are this and the rubber thing underneath. But lots of times they'll throw one of these on such that it doesn't creep in between with this type of seal. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. Super handy to get this guy most of the way in. Sometimes it doesn't want to work, so I gotta wrap this guy in a towel. Bang with, so there's a towel so it doesn't scar the chromed out stem. And then just lightly tap it. With this guy, while my other hand is turning that. And then we switch to the spanner wrench from the vice grip chain for the last little bit when we got to torque the hell out of it. All right. Everything is tight. One final snug with this guy here. See, I could do it while the video camera's going. Oh, okay, that's a little bit. I gotta use both hands though. All right, she's done. No more leaks. I fully extended and fully retracted such that the pressure relief actuated, and all the leaks are gone. Somebody else had opened it up at one point and they didn't change all the seals. And the ones that they did change got eaten up. Where are they? It's hard to tell. Like this guy here. Anyways, like I said, you could hear it overextending and the pressure relief kicking in, and it's working beautifully. Alright, I'm gonna put her away and clean up all that mess. One nice thing about being a mobile mechanic is you never have a dirty shop at the start of the day.